Hare Krishna, everybody. The title of the chapter is Karma Yoga. Again, action in Krishna consciousness. Let us understand this chapter. This has various aspects. If you ask me in one line, Karma Yoga Vishishyate. Karma Yoga is more important than Karma Sannyasa. We discussed in the third chapter also, but here it is re-emphasized this point. Arjuna Vacha Sannyasam Karmanam Krishna Punar Yogam cha Samshashi Yashya Hetayor Ekam Tanme Bhruvi Sunishitam. Om Jnana Tibrandasya Jnana Jana Shalakaya Chakshurmaditam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shunyavadi Pashata Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare. Sannyasam Karmanam Krishna. So that Arjuna, you first of all told me to work Krishna, then you say again work renunciation. So again he has a big list. If you study deeply what has happened in the second, third and fourth chapter. In the second chapter, Krishna said 11 to 30, we should try to understand knowledge of the soul. Then he said we should, that's inactivity. Then he taught activity, prescribed duties he explained. Then he talked about in the third chapter, no duty for person in knowledge. If you achieve knowledge, no duty for you. And all kind of sacrificial work, culminating knowledge. Knowledge is more important. And finally says, get up and fight. So he's saying, what are you trying to say, Krishna? So Krishna, he cannot create confusion from Krishna. Krishna is expert. Krishna says, Sannyasam karma yogascha nishya karavubhau tayostu karma sannyasat karma yoga vishishyate. Compared to karma sannyasa, karma yoga is better. Krishna is emphasizing people who give up all activities and no way they contribute to society. It's not good. They should not do that. Karma yoga vishishyate. Always it is better to live an honest livelihood. Now this is example of King Niga. So once what happened, many times we meet people, big people in the city, and we tell them, we come to temple and they say, no need Swamiji, I am doing big good doctor and I help some poor patients. That is enough for me. That is God for me. That's good. That's one level, but not everything. Why? There was one king by the name Niga. Niga. And he was very pious king. And he had a huge Goshala, and any person comes, saintly Brahmana comes, he used to very generously give them some cows. With the cow, they can get milk and you get that ghee, they can do their puja, worship. People used to be very happy. Godan used to very happily do. So one Brahmana comes to him and he gives him some bunch, say 10, 12 cows. Please accept small seva from me. He said, thank you very much. Any poor Brahmana can go and he used to give that help. Another Brahmana comes, please, I also need your help. What happened? One of the cows he had given to that one Brahmana, she came running and went back to the Goshala. He didn't know that. So another Brahmana came, he gave him another bunch of cows as a gift, please take. But what happened? Suddenly both of them came in front of him, started fighting, that you took cow back from me and gave him, huh? And he said, yeah, you do like this, huh? Our both started fighting and they cursed him. He didn't do any fault. And curse was to become a lizard. And somebody was telling me so many things. This is a huge lizard. I don't want to distract the topic now. Massive lizard. And then the Yadavas one day were playing around this well. So they saw this huge lizard. And then I went back to Krishna. I said, Krishna, there is a big lizard and we tried to pull it out. It's not coming. You come. So Krishna came there and he just touched it. The moment he touched, the Papa Karma was removed and it took a Devata situation and he has to go to Devaloka, Swarga now. But anyway, as devotees, our interest is neither Naraka, neither Swarga. We want to go back to Vaikuntha to serve the Lord. Swarga is within the world, just like in a jail. It's a A-class jail, B-class jail, C-class jail. Jail is jail at the end of the day. Traguniya Vishya Veda, Nistra Guniya Bhavarjuna. Therefore, in second chapter, Krishna told Arjuna, rise above the Vedas. Yam imam pushpitam vacham. These are all flowery words. Do this homa, this yagna, this puja, you will reach this place. This is not the highest. So you cannot be just a pious man in this world. Any mistake will happen. So try to settle down in this world is always a fool's paradigm, foolish program. Rather, an acharya, his name is Rupa Goswami, says, Prapanchikataya buddhya hari sambandhi vasunaha mumukshivi parityago vairagyam phalgu muchate. Something can be used in Krishna's service, use it without hesitation. Just like the Adhika Masa is there. You want to nicely garland your deities or you want to offer a nice bhoga to the Lord, please don't worry. Only luxuries you avoid and utility is the principle, that's all. The karma yoga or karma sannyasa, karma yoga vishishyate. One who neither hates nor desires the fruits of his activity, then no one is always renounced. Such a person, liberated from dualities, easily overcome material bondage and is completely liberated, O mighty Arjuna. So we should not hate, we should not desire. Both show attraction. Correct? Suppose in the road there is one Daru Gadda and you're walking, Daru Gadda. Why you are scared? That shows you're interested in it. Both attraction, repulsion show attraction to some object. Interesting. Renounce results, don't resort action. Suppose there is a temple, somebody dropped his purse. One thing you can do is that you can take the purse and run away. Then you are a thief. So that is called bhogis. They're always looking in this world for enjoyment and they always want to grab something legally, illegally, somehow, and that is their success. Then there is next kind of person, what is called tyagi. What does tyagi do? Tyagi is another platform. This is not mine. This purse is not mine. This purse is not mine. That's also fool number one. And different from bhogi and tyagi is what? Bhakta. He picks up the purse and announces, whose purse is this? One person raises his hand, it's my purse. He gives it. Now develop this more. This is such a simple thing, but people don't get. Suppose you are standing outside State Bank of India. You say, I renounce this bank. They'll put your name on. Say this bank was never yours. What are you going to renounce? Then you say, I can enjoy this bank. They'll call police. You're a very dangerous man. He's going to enjoy the bank. So both the people who try to do, some people are trying to do bhoga in this world, and some people are trying to do tyaga in this world. Both of them are not correct. Best is bhakta. You understand everything belongs to the Lord, so you should use for the Lord's service. Renounce results, but never renounce action. Now there is a hero here. We have to talk about him. His name is Haridas Thakur. He was a very, very great devotee of the Lord. You can see his face itself. They say hyper reality painting nowadays. The big talk they make. These aren't they hyper reality? It looks like it's a photograph. It's very, very great devotee, a disciple of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He used to chant 192 malas every day. To chant one mala, I'm begging all of you, and my request is Adhika Masa is there. Make a determination to chant as much as possible. My request is chant 16. If you can do, wonderful, fantastic. If you cannot as much, then on the way, whatever you do, it's variable, 4, 5, 6, anything you can do. But try to do 16 if you can do. Adhika Masa, and then immediately followed by Kartik Masa. See, 2 months of wonderful months for spiritual advancement. These months are very favorable for spiritual life. As much you can do, you get extra, double, triple credit. So Haridas Thakur was a very great devotee, and he was in his town. He was so famous. Just like a doctor, even even a doctor, he cannot. Yeah. Just give me. So he was very great devotee of the Lord. And what happened was, such a great devotee of the Lord, that once he was in a town, and one local rich man, Ramachandra Khan, his name was, got very envious of this Haridas Thakur. He was doing nothing. Just, just like a doctor, we cannot advertise. Sadhus should not. A doctor also never advertises. The best doctor in Pune. Have you seen advertisement like that? Never. It's beyond the etiquette of the profession. Sadhu should also not. Word of mouth is the worst spreading. And I'm so grateful to all of you. We started this Gita course. We get 20,000 registration with just five of us, five people in a temple preaching, 15 devotees here, and helped by so many of wonderful devotees. So it's word of mouth. It is not, there cannot be, there is any, we are not spending any money for propagation. That's how it has to be. So this Haridas Thakur was not looking for fame. He's just, a devotee is never a silent worker. He's never advertiser. Advertiser means a show bottle. He's useless. The silent worker. So Haridas Thakur was like that. So beautiful. Simply chanting. And fame follows a genuine person, devotee. He doesn't have to look for fame. Fame comes behind him peacefully. So whole city used to come and pay obeisance to him every day and just go. Just looking at him, they used to feel so blessed. And he was so beautiful, just attentively chanting Nama practically whole day. If you chant one mala, it takes roughly any one of you check 8 hours, 8 minutes. 16 malas, most of us are doing 16, it takes 2 hours. 192 malas is 16 to 12, 24 hours. Just think about it. And it may be a little faster you can do. 1 minute, maybe you can say 7 minutes something. So you get few hours. After finishing his japa, he used to eat little, then take rest. This has happened just few years before, 400 years before. It's a big story, Haridas Thakur. Whole people, town used to be mad after him, wherever he goes. So he was in this town, and this Ramachandra Khan was a leader in the town. He felt, we get envious. He got envious. He said, he's also like me, womanizer, simply making a show. And I will show to the people he's just a show bottom. So what he did, he went to the local prostitute, one young girl. He said, one hypocrite has come to the town on Pakandi, making a big show. He helped me to expose him. I'll give you as much money you want. So, oh, how much you'll give me? Oh, that's good. Then I don't have to work whole life. So much money you'll give me. Yes, I'll give you that much money. Really promise? Promise. Don't worry. I know how to enchant anybody's mind. So she comes here. She's a very beautiful girl. And she comes in the middle of night. And Haridas Thakur is, as usual, expected, just chanting. And she comes here. She makes all the poses like this. No use. You can see his eyes are fixed on the vibration of the Nama. She tries whatever, no use, and she sits down and she says, I want to embrace you, Haridas Thakur. You're so handsome. He is actually very handsome. He says, say, let me finish my japa, then I will satisfy you. Both are now trying to trick each other. It goes on. And morning, 4 o'clock, he's just sitting and absorb the name. He's trying to attract her to the Nama of the Lord. And she's trying to make poses like that. She's trying to attract him. Nothing happened to him. He finished his chanting. And morning came, then people are coming. He said, you told me you'll satisfy me, but now public is coming. You cheated me. I didn't cheat you. My japa is not over. You come. I'll fast. Now only I'll start. Not take rest today. Fast I'll start. You come. You come early today. She went away. Again, both are trying to cheat each other. She goes to Ramachandra Khan. What should I do? This guy is like this. Oh, no, he's a bogus man. He's just making a show. Go again. She said, okay, one more night I go. She comes a little early, say 8:30 something. She comes. People are gone away as night falls previously. No electricity. People go away. And he's still sitting and chanting. And she enters the place and notices now Tulsi plant is there because she's also part of Vedic culture. And he's just chanting attentively the Nama. So she sits down there and between Hari Hari, Hari Hari, just as a fun, alone she's sitting. Little chanting she also does. And then again it becomes morning. Again public is coming, morning they come for his darshan. So she says, again he cheated me. I didn't cheat you. This japa is not finishing only. Very fast I do. Please come. Again both are trying to cheat each other. Again next day she comes say 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock. Just as it becomes dark, she comes running. She sits down and now she hears say from 7 o'clock to 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock the japa of Acharya. Great devotee of the Lord. Just imagine, just because of her, he has not slept 2 nights. So much tapashakti. And he's chanting. And now she starts hearing the vibration because moment the mind opens out, then you can see the reality. So my God, look at his face. Such a great saint he is. What I was trying to do, trying to break a brahmacharya was such a great saying. I am such a sinner. And she keeps looking at him. She really has a taste, a smile on his face. And he's chanting. He's actually tasting the nama. He's a great, when you taste a liquor, you become a degraded man. When you taste the nama of the Lord, you become worshipable. He's worshipable personality. She falls at his feet and starts crying now. Now you are a saint. Genuinely, first time I met in my life, such a great man like you. Cries and cries. I said, no. He gets up. What's your problem? So, no, this is what happened. I was sent for this purpose. That I knew. Something like this. Only you will come. Who will come in middle of night? So that's okay. No, I want to finish this prostitute business. I want to become also a saint. Can you accept me as a guru? He said, yes. Do one thing first. Tell me that you, whatever money you earned of this profession, just give it away to needy, saintly people. Just give it away to saintly people who are poor. Just give it to them and come back. So she goes home, all you see, expensive jewelry, everything she has, she gives to saintly people who are poor. Please give this. They all bless her. And she comes to the place back. And he said, now you sit down. I'm going from this place. You sit down and chant 192 malas every day. He orders her. And she chants the same thing, which is impossible thing to do. I tell you, I have not in my life done 192. 100 itself is almost you go mad. 192, you'll go crazy actually. It cannot be so difficult to do that much. You have to have taste. You cannot do like that. So she sits down, but being blessed by Haridas Thakur, she starts. And now people used to come in the evening, they came to see him. Haridas Thakur is not there in the place where prostitute is sitting. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. They are shocked how great that Acharya is. So that's the power. So no attraction, no repulsion. Watch this point, no repulsion. Many people have, oh, woman, that also shows attraction. True. In the beginning stages, we should keep, what do you say, senses away from sense object, and we follow the rules of our nation. That's true. But fear and the way that shows you're attracted to woman. He had no attraction to her. He had no repulsion to her. Peaceful. That is how a person should be. Brahmani adaya karmani sangam chakta karoti yaha liptate na sapape na padmapatram ivambasa. One who performs his duty without attachment, surrendering the results unto the Supreme God, is not affected sinful reaction, but the lotus leaf untouched by water. So when you are actually working for the pleasure of the Lord, just like today, how much you are careful, everybody putting mask and going at places. This world is actually infected. This bacteria virus is a small thing, is infected by Rajoguna and Tamoguna, which is very dangerous. Devotee is not scared of virus, he's scared of forgetting the Lord. So it's just like people are careful about this, we should be careful about our spiritual life. And therefore, if you are always in memory of the Lord, always working for the Lord's pleasure, Maya will not touch you. You have a kavacha, you have protection. It's not affected a sinful reaction. The lotus leaf is untouched by water. When you are doing an activity, when you're walking for the Lord, you should be careful when you walk. But by mistake, you step on a hand, that reaction will not come to you because you walked for Krishna. You're walking to go to temple of Krishna. You're walking to serve Krishna. But you're walking for your own pleasure, and by mistake, you step on a hand, take the karma. Now you will kill one life like that. It's very difficult. So performing duty without attachment, surrendering the reserves unto the Supreme Lord is not affected sinful action. A lotus leaf is untouched by water. Just like a soldier goes and kills an enemy soldiers, he is given award by the country. Country doesn't hang him. The same spirit. Now here is our Acharya, Srila Prabhupada. He is Nam Upasaka, worshipper of the holy name. Just look how the Nama Kirtana should be done. Just look at him, the seriousness, the gravity and respect. He's not making it like a cheap entertainment. I see sometimes people doing, no. Look at the gravity. Nam Upasaka, worshipper of the holy name. Look at the seriousness on his face. Can you see how grave he was? That's a mark of a great devotee. He's very serious. It's not a entertainment time, fun time for him. Harinama is a very serious time. Lord's name is being chanted. So much. You can see he's so calm, quiet, so restful. Therefore, I say anybody want to learn Kirtan, play proper tape and just try to follow. Learn. He's playing, but you never practice. You just get the gravity behind that. What seriousness is chanting the Lord's name. You will get that thing. That is most important, the bhava, not the this tune, classical tune, that's all waste. Here, Kirtan and music, there is a very big difference. Bhoga and Prasadam is very big. Somebody can sing very nicely, but that doesn't spiritually inspire us. And he used to sing for 4 hours. And just imagine, people used to go mad. And he used to come back to his room, people will be walking behind him as if they are wonderstruck, just walk behind him, as if, they have been hypnotized. And they will come to his room, and he will come back to his room. So many youngsters will come and sit down around him. What is that you are doing? What you are chanting? Is that chanting name of Krishna? Who is Krishna? Krishna is God. Really? They will ask more and more, why you come to a country? My guru told me to go. So why he told you to go? No, he has a mission. What is the mission? That everybody should understand the message of Bhagavad Gita. What is Bhagavad Gita? He had Bhagavatam with him. He didn't have. He used to give them some books. They used to purchase those books with them. Go home. 3 volumes used to give them. Srimad Bhagavatam, Pratham Khanda, first canto. They used to go room and read, and they used to come back to him. We are with you. This is a great mission. 4,000 American youngsters gave their life to him. And the kind of strictness, 3:30 they have to get up every day morning, they have to attend the Mangalarti, they can strictly refrain from any kind of intoxication, no gambling, no relation outside marriage, even no meat eating. Just imagine in America to give up. In India, they're not ready. If I say this, the people fight with me. In youngster, so what's wrong, what's wrong? Something they want to do. But in India, he offered, you follow these 4 rules and chant the name of the Lord, I guarantee you spiritual perfection. People refuse to follow. So why I should follow intoxication? I want to drink. And I said, okay, what can I do then? He had great difficulty. But there, somehow they agree. And they were strictly whole day engaged in spreading Krishna consciousness, understanding the message. For them, it is much more difficult than anybody in India. From childhood, we know all Krishna, Arjuna, all these are known. For them, they don't know anything. From scratch, they are learning. But they learned it. So much so that they became his tools. And he made 108 centers, and all the 4,000 devotees spread them around, and the movement established so wonderfully. Today, India has picked up. Today, India has 250 centers of ISKCON, maybe thousands of centers, and the biggest preaching of ISKCON is in India. But that time, it took little hesitation in India, and it went to America, then came back here and exploded here. They're doing very well in Russia, very well in even China. But we all got a spirit, how beautifully the name should be chanted, so attentively. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini Shuni Jaiva Sapakeja Pandita Samadarshinaha. Samadarshi. Samadarshi means equal. He is equal in love. He sees a Brahmana, qualified Brahmana. He sees a cow. He sees an elephant. He sees the dog. He sees the dog eater. Now, across the species, and a cow is given highest respect across the species, calm, peaceful animal. And there is, the other end is the dog. And here is the Brahmana, other end is the Chandala, dog eater. I want all meat eater, the lowest is considered dog eater. So one side is Brahmana, other side is across the social order, across the species, same for it. It doesn't differentiate. Panditaha Samadarshana. What does it mean it doesn't differentiate? His love is equal. Just like you're a doctor. Now, patients come to you. Your love is equal. It is not that you treat all patients, you give same treatment. One patient you put in ICU and he's a ventilator. Another patient you say, no, your disease is okay. You can go home. Take some rest. It'll be okay. So both, why you're partial? Why you're not putting me under ICU? No, not needed. The same way, Krishna deals with everybody according to the situation. Okay? What is love is equal. Love is equal. So same way, our love to every living entity should be equal. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne, Brahmane Gavihasini, Shuni Cheva Sapakecha, Panditaha Samadarshana, the definition of a Pandit. Pandit means man in knowledge. One more place the word Pandit come. In the beginning of first instruction of Krishna to Arjuna, Ashochan Anumashocastam. Yes, Gaurangi.
Prabhuji, Gaurangi is not there too.
Manna, Ashochan.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Ashtochanamanvashocastam Pragnavadam cha bhasase Gatasum Agatasum sta Nani Shochanti Pandit.
Okay, very good. There are two more beautiful shlokas in this chapter. Let us understand that. Yes, you know the shloka? Yehi samsparshaja.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hello? Say.
Yehi Prajabhoga Dukhayonya Evate Adantavam te Konteya Nati Shuramate Buddha.
Yehi samsparshaja bhoga. Now, Krishna has again instruction on mind control. Most of the instructions are from Bhagavad Gita itself. You see here, every chapter something is there. Yehi samsparshaja bhoga. Whatever you're planning to enjoy in this world is actually not enjoyment. Dukkha. Yoni means it gives birth. Dukkha yonava evate. Your plan of enjoyment is the cause of your dukkha because it is foolishness. It's criminal. This world belongs to God. You are a thief if you try to enjoy anything in this world. Then you will be punished. Yes, just like in a shadow of a tree. Urdhamola, Adha Shaka. In a shadow of a tree in water, if you see apples, it has no substance. It is just a shadow. It has no, the variety in the world has no meaning. But spiritual variety has meaning. This is a reflection of the spiritual variety. So many people think spiritual world, there is no variety. There is much more better and it's eternal. Here, this variety is just like a mannequin. Yehi swansarshita bhoga dukkha evate is only cause of pain. Adi, beginning, antavanta, end, kaunteya natesha ramate buddha. A sober person is not bewildered by such kind of. He doesn't delight over such silly things. Buddha means buddhiman bhakti. The pandita, either Buddha again. Intelligent person doesn't run out of temporary pleasures. Rather, Prabhupada explained in the Tatparya, Ramante yogino anante satyanande chidatmani iti rama padenasha param brahma vidhiyate. Ramante yogino anante satyananda. So on the other hand, those who are yogis, those who are actually intelligent people, they work for spiritual pleasure, which is unending. They don't lose themselves for material pleasures. So now I have some examples here. One example is of moth. Now moth, his sight is uncontrollable. So what does he do? When he sees light, he starts flying towards the light. And then what happens? He enters the light and loses his life. Correct? And very unfortunate, his death is very painful. He gets roasted inside a neon lamp. He can't find the way out once he enters. And the deer loses life because uncontrolled ear. So if he's hiding in a bush, what the hunter does, just play some flute or some music. Nice music. And from where it is coming, and he can spot him, kills him. And then we have, he loses life because of uncontrolled ear, uncontrolled eye. This uncontrolled nose. Bee. Nice flower, it closes in the evening, it trapped inside, dies. Then fish, uncontrolled taste. Enough to eat in the ocean, but you put something new today. It's not moving, looks to be interesting, trapped. So then one person loses life because of uncontrolled sight, one because of uncontrolled ear, uncontrolled smell, uncontrolled taste. An elephant, uncontrolled skin, sex life. So what happens is that, they want to trap a big he-elephant, wild elephant. They send a tamed she-elephant. She goes near him, and this our hero gets up, starts running behind her, and she goes around a pit which they covered with the grass. And this hero makes a shortcut, falls inside the pit, trap. Now after he falls in the trip, they starve him little because it's dangerous to bring him immediately out. And then slowly they cut the one corner of the well, they bring a tractor and pull him out. And whole life he becomes a servant of that master. Just because of one mistake you lose. So somebody is losing life because of one sense, other sense, other sense. But our problem is all the five senses are very strong. Therefore, human life, you have to be very, very careful. Take some instruction of mind control. Now, this is one more thing. This is also mind control you can take. Bhoktaram yagnadavasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suhridam. Yes, Mannath, you know this shloka also?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
भोक्तारं यज्ञतपसां सर्वलोकमहेश्वरं सुहृदं सर्वभूतानां ज्ञात्वा मां शान्तिं रक्षति.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. So, Bhoktaram yagnatapasam. Krishna is the enjoyer of everything. Huh? So, there is no fight. Now, today I fight. I want to enjoy something. You want to enjoy something. It is just like on a water. You throw stones at different places, the ripples will intersect. There is fight. Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. Krishna is the owner of everything. Then also it's not good. Bhoktaram yagnatapasam sarvaloka Maheshwaram. Krishna is the proprietor of everything. He's the owner. Then also no fight. Like India, China. Already we have trouble. Why they're creating problem for us? Because they think it is their property. We think it is our property. It is Krishna's property. No, why you're fighting? You may say, how does it make difference? A lot of difference, I tell you. Recently, we divided Andhra into two parts, Andhra and Telangana. Any war happened? Any bullets are fired? No, it's okay. Administrative boundary, that's all. The whole thing belongs to one country. Similarly, North India, Uttar Pradesh divided into Uttar Pradesh and Uttaranchal. What happened? Any fight happened? No. Okay. Administrative boundary. Similarly, whole world, there should be one flag. And who Prabhupada used to say, Acharya, that they should first announce in the United Nations to whom the earth belongs, as declare the earth belongs to God. You see the number of flags immediately reduce after that. The very idea, this so-called, hyper-nationalism, is not our Vedic culture. Our Vedic culture, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, whole earth is my home. It's my father's kingdom. You cannot obstruct me to go to any part of the world. That's the Vedic philosophy. But today it's not that philosophy. Today what is the philosophy? Bhav, bhav philosophy. Who? Bhav, bhav. Who are you? Why you come to my country? Bhav, bhav. Like dogs. How do they receive another dog when he comes to his area? You see it in the night? They have to really run for their life. So that has become, we have come down to the level of dogs today. Whole civilization today. So low class. And that's how they receive each other. So individually we are selfish. Family-wise, we are selfish. Community-wise, we are selfish. State-wise, we are selfish. Nationally selfish. We are very low-class people. But actually, Krishna says, no. Sarvalokam Maheshwaram. Everything is owned by Krishna. Then you widen your mind. Oh, so nice. Bhoktaram Yagnadamasam. Only Krishna is the enjoyer. I'm not an enjoyer. I'm participant in his enjoyment. If you say, can you, one line you can speak Bhagavad Gita, this is it. Instead of satisfying your senses, try to satisfy senses of Krishna. That's it. That is Bhagavad Gita, perfection. Bhoktaram yagnatapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suhridam sarvabhutanam gyata mam shanti vrachati. If you know this, you will attain peace. So three things, again revise. First thing, Krishna is the only enjoyer. Number two, Krishna is the sarvaloka maheshwaram. He is the owner of everything. Then third thing, Krishna is Suhrida. He's the best friend for every living entity, Suhrida. If you understand, suppose Prime Minister is a great friend, don't you get a lot of happiness? Do you feel a lot of security? When you understand Krishna is declaring here, he is giving his hand of friendship. Correct? What you should do? When somebody do like that, what you should lift your hand? He said, I'm your best friend. Suhrida. Suhrida is a very nice friend. There is Sakha, Mitra, Suhrida. Suhrida means always thinking good about you. Very rare to get. Krishna say, I am that friend. So why don't we also reciprocate? Yes, Krishna, I am also your friend. So and if you do that, strike relation with Krishna and friendship, you'll have no anxiety remaining. Bhoktaram yagnatapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suhridam sarvabhutanam. For every living entity, I am their best friend. Gyata mam shantim rachati. Therefore, they put slogan, Marwadi shop, jo hua acha hua. और अच्छा हो सकता था जब करते तो और अच्छा होता not अच्छा हुआ you got out of 160 marks teacher says जो हुआ अच्छा हुआ but और अच्छा हो सकता थोड़ा पढ़ते तो और अच्छा हो सकता था the same way if you can practice spiritual life keep aside some time every day then our life can be much more better and we can attain complete peace. So there is no shortcut. This is a formula for peace.